Folks, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Let me get Milborn on. Milborn is here with us today. I'm not sure if it's a wet Thursday or what, because Milborn seemed to be dressed up as though it is cold. Milborn, what's going on? You cold or what?
Yes, even though I call, just say I call or not call, and anyway, anyone, but actually it's raining here in Liberia, even though we beat any 177, so I'm not cool. Even though the rain is falling, I'm protecting my physical morphology so that the rain can make me wet. But I'll be it. The rain is falling and it's wet Thursday evening in Liberia, as you said.
Well, Milborn, you're looking like you're ready for the show. Folks, let's share the show. Uh, I can see my man Milborn already in gear.
Yeah, man, it just get perfect. Whenever we do, so I don't know, but see the sound. How the sound like? Is everything okay there?
My man, you just
Yeah.
want to tell us you bought new machine and thing, just tell because the sound looking too super.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. The sound looking too super. So when are you decided to keep the good instrument for O'Neil birthday or what?
There are more work to be done, even though the former CEO and that of the current CEO, they are work behind the scene, which of course we will not want to bring the cat out of the bag, or we can safely tell you that indeed there are a lot of progress behind the scene, there are a lot of work, because mind you, October 7, by the grace of God, will be turning 19 years. So many work ongoing, and I wanted to break this thing, but I'm just saying to all of our people out there that indeed this station going to be one of the best among the rest. So indeed, we're moving.
Okay, okay. That's true. Indeed, we are moving. Folks, as you join us here, the show today is Thursday. We have a lot to cover. We started conversation here today with uh, our folks from Minnesota. As you guys know, Russell's is in the race in Minnesota. So we'll start a conversation with them. We do have a representative here on the show today. We'll be asking about progress, about where they are and what's going on, and all that good stuff, and what can be done to help his campaign at this time. But a lot of things going on around the world, folks. Like I said, we'll start the program off. Don't even jet because the politics today from La Bromba, it will be noisy. The show will be Minister of Commerce issue note, issue noise, they issue something, we'll look into it. A lot of things going on in the country. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't even check. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let no demon force fool you. That lie. That lie. That lie. That lie. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't
So
let
please
no
share the show. Yeah, so you please share the show, followers, those of you. And those of you that are also listening to us via the radio, we want you to please check on the SKTV LRB page and share the show. Yes, indeed, your one share, like, and comment will be better for us because that's the only way that we will know that in fact that you are around. So to our viewers, please, those of you who are sticking, always say shareholder, right? So
that
let me just take
stakeholder
that.
there. All the
Oh,
they get funny people and they get stakeholder there. Listen, we're not
oh,
discussing
okay, they get funny people. Oh,
funny people, but then they get stakeholder. They get stakeholder.
so,
No, but
so,
no,
yeah. Hmm.
before we go any further, I beg you,
Hmm.
Chief. Let me say this. I beg you. I want to again applaud the Council of Churches for speaking out. The Council of Churches right now, the yellow to say that the biggest people on earth, the Council of Churches. No, but can you imagine? The Council of Churches I want to applaud them for speaking out. Folks, let's share the show. Today is Thursday.
So myself too, I want to also join you quickly as we sharing the show. Someone told me, a friend of mine said to me, they said, the other one we can call it Daddy.
Who?
That your part of Daddy, you. I don't know why you not come from the government side now because the government someone.
Who they got
So-
daddy? Who?
Your daddy, I mean, asking, we bring your own daddy, you don't know, asking me.
I don't get daddy.
You
I
know-
have women, I
You
get
know, and yes, daddy.
No, they're not my dad. Who? That joker? Who called daddy? Don't not bring us in the time, brother. He is a daddy. Why you call that man daddy? Who's so call that man
So is there waiting for the council of churches to also speak to that also?
I didn't
Yeah.
call that.
So
How you call that
yeah.
daddy?
So council of churches, we got to come out with some of the issues. Even the devil, sometimes can interact with God and ask for forgiveness. Yeah.
Melbourne. Will handle council of churches on that main issue
On that direction. Eh?
on Sunday. When council of churches doing the day okay, let we appreciate them for it. But we the one can walk in true God. We the one who hold council of churches accountable. The one who government accountable. You get one crook in your community talking fully with confidence. You're not calling out. We look at council of churches now. But that we the one can tell them thank you. Then we feeling to come back to them and tell them what's up. That oh yeah. That oh yeah. So we now look, we're not rushing council of churches. The council of churches then will see this. We're coming back for that. We're coming back with council of churches. They want to do good. I will talk. So council of churches, as we speak, did exceedingly, expediently well. Let me say, they did well. But folks, let's share the show. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. But most importantly, Liberian women are the most beautiful women. Monk will be joining us today in a conversation. The rest of the team, Muna, as you can see, me and Melbourne were already here. We don't play games. We're already here. Everybody know what time it is. The rest of the team will be joining us. Sipu will be joining us. Like I said, the show starting, we'll start with the local, we'll start with the politics from the United States, but we'll get into it. Melbourne, quickly, before we bring our guests, because our guest is in the back, quickly update us on what's going on in the country, what's the latest, and what's happening.
So again, we want to say thank you so much to all of our followers and that of our viewers and our listeners out there. So indeed, so many things happening, like you said already from the intro. But again, the latest one is the Amin Mullah for the Ministry of Commerce. Mind you, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry opens the importation of rice to all persons or businesses or business desiring to import rice in the country. Country sets guidelines for importations. So that's the latest news. The Ministry of Commerce or the Commerce Minister open rice importation. It will not be someone will say business as usual, where we see only a few group of people importing rice or maybe bringing rice in the country, making it look like it's political commodities. So I want to say congratulations to the Commerce Ministry. And quickly, the former Chief Justice of Gloria Moses Court and 3 family members sentenced to life imprisonment for the stabbing death of Charles Musu were convicted based on circumstantial evidence on yesterday. So that news also broke out yesterday, and the chief of staff also responded to what happened at the RIA during the arrival of the former president, that the soldiers were seen outside, and the chief of staff responded and recalled the commander that assigned at the RIA. So, but investigation still ongoing as to what went wrong or went wrong, and what really happened. So again, Steve, Sekou, and our follower viewers, these are some of the major happening. Everything is good. In Liberia, we're waiting for the Independence Day celebration. Mind you, next Friday, by God's grace, Mama Liberia will be turning 177 years old. So indeed, the weather condition here is rainy season, the rain falling. So we are still enjoying the rainy season, and all is well from back home. all is good. We are all moving about freely and peacefully with our business, our normal business, or businesses as we go along. Thank you so much. Any other news? We're going to chip in, but with the audit report issue that we're hearing, that there is 180 plus audit reports that are pending, and yes, so we are still awaiting the report to come out before we can come in, maybe to know as to what went wrong, who are those people that were caught in the web or so on. But we've been hearing about audit report coming from the GSC, so we're still waiting. And we're hearing, they say we're hearing a lot of news, a lot of things coming up, but until the report can be published, then I think you and myself, we can come up with our own take on that. Thank you so much.
Well, Milborn, thank you for the update. Well, there are a lot of things you said, plenty things we're going to say in Labrador. We'll keep that, but we'll keep that for now, folks. You've heard some of the things that are going on in the country. A lot of news, a lot of unfolding news, events, and so forth. But let's get on and bring our guests from Russell's camp here in Minnesota. Good afternoon, good morning from our end here, Mr. Molly Kamara.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Thank you. We're doing very well. Welcome to SKTV. Is this your first time?
No, this is my second appearance.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourself, and we'll have Monk interact with you. Introduce yourself and let us know how far we are with the campaign. Why I fist something up in the back here.
My name is Molly Kamara. I'm owner and CEO of Waterside Market, located here in Broken Park, Broken Center. But today I'm here speaking on behalf of the Wilfred Russell campaign. The campaign is doing extremely well, but there's still more work to be done. And that's why we are here today, to make the case to our people. Am I there?
Go ahead, we'll listen to you.
Sure.
Mr. Kamara, yeah, go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, Chief.
The campaign is doing extremely well, but there's still more work to be done. Like we said, we need more support, financial, moral, and whatever you can chip in. So that's why we are here today again, to make another call to our brothers and sisters in the Broken Park, Broken Center area, fellow citizens, residents of Broken Park, Broken Center, African community, most especially the Liberian community. We are here to make one more appeal to you to please join us in this movement. Please join us, contribute whatever you can, so that we can make sure our brother, son, friend, and a true patriot, Wilfred Russell, is elected to the House in Minnesota.
Okay. You are on the Russell's campaign team. You're asking Liberians, especially those in Minnesota or Brooklyn Park area specifically, to be part of this movement. So for some of us, let's say I live in Arizona and I want to be part. What are my options? What are some things I can do?
Well, you can contribute financially to the campaign. You can call friends and family that live within the district 38A to join the movement, to vote for Russell, to make the case for why we need Russell in the House.
Okay, so you can call. So how many more months you guys have for this entire process? How long more?
Well, the election, the final election is next month, but early election has already started. So now we are encouraging folks to come out there and vote, because we don't want to wait for the last minute. We want you to start voting now. We are also offering assistance to those who can afford to go to the voting site. We have I've used my business center as unofficial campaign center. So once you get here, or you send us a message here that you want to get to the voting area, you don't have the means, we try to make that arrangement for you.
Okay. One of the concerns that our people will have, and I like the fact that you provided these different options in terms of transportation and so forth, right? So you said that the voting has already started?
Right. There's early voting going on right now in the Broken Park City Hall and the OCO City Hall.
Okay, the Broken Park City Hall, the OCO City Hall. The number for you to call, for people to call or to contribute, what are those numbers?
I'll find you that number. So we have our Cash App number that I'm gonna share. You can Zelle the money to Russell. You can or you can Zelle the money to the campaign, not to Russell. And you can also send the money by Cash App. And let me try to find that number, and we'll make that known to you before the campaign, before this podcast is ended.
Okay, great. So apart from, you said you talk about money and other stuff. The last time Russell and someone else was here, it was a lady, I forgot her name.
Francis Taylor.
Francis Taylor. Yes. One of the concerns was one of the things that I talked about was campaigning, volunteers. Are you guys still looking for volunteers, or you close the doors for volunteers?
No, there's still rooms for volunteers. Russell and the team has been aggressively going out, doing door knocking, talking to people, trying to make the case, and that's still open. That is an area where people can get truly involved. There's a lot of room. We just want people in the Broken Park area, specifically Liberians, but Broken Park, Broken Center area, to get involved with the campaign, because this is truly what is going to represent us. This is going to lay the foundation for this next generation of people. So the beginning is now. Someone had to lay that foundation, and for Russell, he's just a person that we are using to carry it. But this is about us and our children.
Yeah, but some might argue, so far on the campaign, you're calling on ordinary Liberians and so forth. What about those who are associated with the mosque or the Muslim religion? How are you guys reaching to them? Because they're Liberians too in the Brooklyn Park area who are Muslims, Liberian Muslims. How are you guys reaching out to them? What is the relationship?
Oh, Russell has a very cordial relationship with the Muslim community. I'm myself speaking, I'm a Muslim, born and raised a Liberian Muslim. He has a very cordial relationship with the Muslim community. So we have reached out to the Muslim community, but we didn't want to go by a religious line. We just want to call on everybody. But when you talk specifically of the Muslim community, he has, I'll say, 98% of our support. There'll be 1 out of 100 Liberian Muslims that will say he doesn't not support Russell, and we still have room to make a case for why you should support him.
Okay, so then let's move on, because and I'm not part of you guys' campaign, but as part of the campaign, whether you like it or not, you can call it the general population or the public. But the truth of the matter is, we have to reach out to individual groupings, religious groups, tribal groups, different agencies, society groups, and so forth. What's about the churches, the Christian community? How is the relationship?
Like I said earlier, the relationships are really going well. We have a campaign chairman who has set up committees that is reaching out to individual communities. There's a soccer group called Ablao. They have reached out to them. The Liberia Pastoral Council, or Council of Ministers, they have reached out to them. The Muslim mosques, they have reached out to them. Even the youth. A committee met with people that do promotion in the church, in the clubs. They reach out to them, because that's been a demographic that has been really not involved with politics that much. Right. So this is the first time the campaign has reached out to them. It has reached out to the clubs to tell young Liberians, this is about you. This is about your community. This is about your future. We need you to get involved, and the reason why they need to be involved.
So that means if I show up to Club Tel Aviv, I will see you and Russell that will be joining together.
Well, if you show up anywhere, there's a high probability that you will be chilling with somebody from the team.
Well, I won't be chilling with you and Russell.
Well, we'll be available. I don't know where we're going to be at Tel Aviv or Purple Rose or somewhere else, but we'll be available to make the case. So we are trying to reach out to people where we can reach them. If you go to church, we're going to reach out to you at your church. If you come to shopping, we will reach out to you at the grocery store. If you go to the mosque, we'll reach out to you there. But if you go to the club, we're going to reach out to you, because all we need is awareness. People need to understand why this is important.
Sure.
We live in Minnesota. If you go to St. Paul, the Hmong community totally control that part of town.
Mm-hmm.
It did not start that way. They have struggles. If you go to Minneapolis, it's completely Somali. 1 out of every 4 persons living in the city of Minneapolis is a Somali. They are getting money from the state funds. It never started that way. If you come to Broken Park, Broken Center, 2 out of every 5 person you interact with is Liberian. But we have no representation. We are not in the state budget. Yet and still we are contributing to the budget that other people are benefiting from. So it is about time that we have leaders that set up this foundation for these children. We are born children. I have 6 children of my own. They live in Broken Park, Broken Center. OLM does not get any funding from the state. There is no program that includes us. We have no representation at the state level. We have no representation at the city level. We have no representation at the economic level. You're not counting Liberian businesses in Broken Park. We are, out of every 10 businesses, it's either 0.05 or 0.1 that is a Liberian business. You know, but yet and still, when we work, the government takes taxes from us. They fund those who are organized. See why we have to get into this campaign? Why people need to understand the essence of why Russell is carrying the torch for us and our children? That we need to support him. We need representation. We are taxpayers without representation. Someone needs to lay the foundation for that.
Yeah, but Mr. Kamara, and let me play the devil advocate here. Someone could say to Mr. Kamara, you know, I hear what you're saying, that true, but I don't know the process or what a qualifier for me to be able to vote. So I won't vote, but what a qualifier, what do I need to have, or what are the requirements for me to be able to vote? What say you?
The requirement is we have a map, and I'm going to call my campaign manager to share that. Once you live in certain part of the Broken Park and Broken Center in the District 38A, you are allowed to vote if you are a U.S. citizen. So that's the other requirement. The requirement, you just got to be a U.S. citizen and live within that district. And a lot of us, the good thing about it is a lot of us are U.S. citizens. A lot of us came as refugees, and we got resettled and we became U.S. citizens. So there's a huge community of us that are U.S. citizens. The only thing that we think, our personality thing that is lacking is the organization. You know, and that's why we are coming in.
So yes, maybe your campaign manager might need to pull up some details as to those who might be qualified to vote in that jurisdiction or that area, because it's critically important that we know this information. Like you said earlier, you know, sending information is very important, because I might want to vote, but if I don't meet the requirement, then what do I do? Or someone listening to you here say, you know what, Mr. Kamara is making a very good point. I love what I'm hearing, but I live all the way in New Jersey. I got families in that area or around there. I want to know the jurisdiction so that I can say, okay, let me motivate my people to come and support Russells. So I think that's a critical information, that piece we will need to share with our people. I don't know how you react to that.
Sure, absolutely. We have all that lineup. We distributed a map that tells where District 38A is located. But like I said, I didn't come with that. I just asked my campaign manager to join in, because she has some resources that I don't have access to. So I just text her to join also, that you can make that clear. But like I said earlier, if you live in a Broken Park, Broken Center, or you live in New Jersey, Newark, we all are connected. Liberia is only 5 million people. So somehow, some way, somebody is connected to somebody in Broken Park, Broken Center. If you don't have any connection in Broken Park, Broken Center, you can contribute money. You can share this page. You can share Russell's page. We have shared on Facebook on many times. You can make the case for why he's competent, because we have made the case for why he's competent. Like I said earlier, Russell doesn't make a case for himself, because he truly believes what he's doing and he thinks people are going to see it. That's why you have people like us who have never been involved with campaigns, never been involved with politics, are coming out to say, listen, this is my community. I live here for the last 20 years. It's about time that we have a representation. It's about time that we put the right people in the right place. And I think from our observation and from his records, we know that he's the most competent, most qualified, and the right man for that position.
Okay. You believe he's the right man for that position?
I have absolutely no doubt. From the record, if history is to teach us what the future is going to predict, absolutely, his story tells us that he's the right man for this position.
What is the last day for voting? When does the voting
I think it's going to be August 5th, so we are pretty close to that.
Yeah, it's what, 2-3 weeks away?
Yes.
It's right around the corner.
Right
so what are you guys what are some of, let's talk a little bit about Russell's platform, because it's one thing to say you can't vote, But what does Russell intend to do for those Liberians and other, who will vote for him in that area that he will be overseeing or be leading them? What are some of his plans?
Well, let's start with what has he done, because in order to say what he's going to do, we're going to go back to what has he done. You see, Wilfred Russell is not a typical politician. I've said that to him, and that's the reason why I really admire him. Wilfred Russell is someone who truly believes in uplifting the community, who truly believes in advocating for the people that can advocate for themselves. But let me say you one thing. For everything that he has done, like I said in my previous appearance, Wilfred Russell, you see, when we migrated to the United States, a lot of people jumped into other areas that they had no understanding of how things work here. Because we came from Liberia or wherever you came from and took that mentality and brought it to the United States without further researching. How can I establish myself? How can I grow and stuff like that? So when we make presentation to government officials or to city councils for permit, for licenses, they usually deny us. And the reason why they deny us because we don't know the proper channel.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I own a restaurant and a grocery store. There was a time when I decided to establish my restaurant. The city council does not understand, or the city workers doesn't understand some of the food we eat because it hasn't been researched, and the government has no reason to research them. Mm-hmm. Because the population is we are so small of a population, it's not required. Government doesn't want to put their money into it, researching some of the things that we do. So what the city workers need is education. So they came in and just started giving us a lot of problems because they lack the understanding of what needed to be done and how things are done safely. We are doing it safely and they want safety, but they do not understand how we do it and why it's safe. So they gave us a lot of running around. I reached out to the Liberian organization, the mother organization in Minnesota, and said, listen, man, I need someone to go with me to the city council. I need to make a case there. But I really need the support of my community. And guess what? Russell, I didn't live in his district. At the time, he was a city councilman in West District. He heard of it. He called me up. He said, hey, Molly, what's going on? And I explained it to him. He said, okay, come on. When you went plan on going there? And I told him the day. He said, okay, come on, I'll be there. I know I have other engagement, but this is so important. I need to be there. He came in with me. We met a guy who was doing the inspection. We tried to explain it to him. But just by representation, just the fact that he was sitting on the table with me as a city councilman, I got a different consideration. And this inspector who was supposed to be off on that Friday decided to say, you know what? I will try to make a time on Friday to come in and do your inspection and see how things are going and go from there. And believe it or not, he came in that Friday. He wouldn't have come in if it was just me alone. So this is why representation matters. He came in. Russell was right there with me. He did the inspection. He checked me off. He gave me the license, and I was open the next week. Do you think if there was not a Russell there at the city council that day, I would have been open that week? Absolutely not. I can tell you that now. And also, I know another African family that opened a bar. The city council was giving them such a problem to giving them a liquor license. They put it to a vote. Well, we are mostly in the city. How can we not have a liquor license when we don't have no criminal record? But because it's one of us, they make it complicated. They seen Russell went and advocated, try to make them understand, I can't see the reason why you are denying this person. He has met every criteria. And at the end of the day, they put it to a vote and he persuaded his colleagues, say, hey, listen, man, this guy, there's no reason. They saw reason and they approved that person. This is some of the things that we, when we see us getting involved into politics, we believe that this is our new home. I have lived in Broken Park for over 20 years. This is our new home. I have children that live here. I want to make this city better for them. I do not want somebody else to lead the city, to lead us in the city who doesn't understand us. But let's come to a full shelf. I will tell you one thing. There's a church here that has a full shelf that was distributing food to underprivileged people. And a lot of the people that were going to that food shelf were Liberians. But guess what kind of food they were serving to them? It was just hamburger, things that they don't want. But they're going to take it because it's free. Guess what Russell did again? Russell went there and tried to pursue them to distribute culturally sensitive food. And for the first time in the history of Brooklyn Park, these people were able to distribute fufu, palm oil. Just think of that. You have a poor family from Liberia that depends on the food shelf to eat. But they go there, they get food that they don't need. Their children don't eat. They are not habited to eat. They bring it home, it's sitting in the fridge. But the food shelf is taking statistics and saying, hey, we distributed to 300 families. 300 family of food that is non-cultural, not culturally sensitive food. He made the case for that. Liberians went to that food shelf. Africans went to the food shelf. They got fufu. They got palm oil. It was essential for them. They found a reason to go to the food shelf. The food shelf was able to serve them what they needed, and then they got what they needed. Now going stand on the line and not making that. So that was Russell that advocated for that. He did not record it. He never went out there knocking his chest. He kept it to himself. And those, some of us that are around him, we knew this is Russell. This is why, as a businessman, I want everybody to come to my business. Easy to come out there and say I'm supporting Russell fully. But first of all, before I become a businessman, I'm a family man. I have children. I need to leave Broken Park a better place than I made it for them. I'm a Liberian. If I see another hero, another Liberian hero, if it's not me, I'm going to support him.
Okay.
You know, the only people I have seen in our communities, and I will say this, I want to be on the record for saying it, that will say something negative of Russell are people who want to be in his place. You know, we have this saying in Liberia, I'm the first Liberian that did this. I'm the first Liberian to go to the moon. I'm the first Liberian that go to the sky. So if I'm not having the opportunity to be the first Liberian in everything, I don't want any Liberian to have it. And that's the only negative thing I've heard, because I have had a dialogue with a lot of people in the community.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Kamara. You seem to be making the case here. Before I go to Bill, I want to ask you a question, both of you a question or two. Let me welcome, is that, I don't want to butcher your name. So is that Dine?
Dien, Kamati Dien.
Kamati Dien. Sorry, the letters are too small. I can't zoom in. Kamati, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, and you?
I'm doing very well. Executive Director of OLM.
Yeah, OLM is the organization of Liberians in Minnesota.
Wonderful. So that means we had a B man say, yeah, Chief, welcome to the show.
Are you on the show?
Yes. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, I'm just quite impressed with Mali's articulation and his passion in explaining what is at stake, you know. And I think he coming on this show to do that is in itself a risk for him as a businessman. And I think if he didn't feel very passionate about it, he wouldn't do that. But like I always say, let us look at these things in context. Okay, we are at least over 48,000 Liberians in Minnesota. We are concentrated in Hennepin County in the state of Minnesota. Within Hennepin County, we have Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center. As a matter of fact, District 38A, you have more Liberian in it than other districts. The organization Liberian in Minnesota, the headquarters is in that same district.
Mhm.
The impact we as a community have on the state economy is in the terms of $2 billion. We do not have appropriation that is geared directly to the Liberian community. We have the numbers. I say there many often when I'm on most of these platforms. The largest concentration of Liberian students outside of the Republic of Liberia is in that District 38A. That is the district we're talking about. So, who is Russell? Besides the fact that he is a Liberian, he's an African, he's a black man. He lived in this district for over 20 years. He's worked in this district for over 20 years. Now, he's done so many things that he has not come out as an individual to toot his own horn.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, what is that is so bad and so grave for a person that worked so hard, that expired to create an opportunity for all of us as Black people, African, West African, Liberian, to be proud of and vying for the office. All the people that we vote for in these offices, we don't even know them. We don't have any personal relationship with them. We don't interact with them. They don't come to our functions. Don't you think it will resonate well with us, our family, that you have one of your very own that is in office that you can relate to? Decisions are made in the state of Minnesota at the state capital, where you have the legislatures composed of the representatives and the senators. Bills are passed, laws are made. Don't you think it would be a good thing if you have a population as huge as ours to have one person representing that geography? Don't you think it would be a good thing for us to have a Liberian, okay, at state capital? I mean, put aside the fact whether I know him personally, you know him personally, or whether we are friends or whether he related to you. But that concept, that pride, that you have one of your very own, don't you think he will be the vessel through which your community can access capital building? Don't you think it means that you have a table at the seat, that he can better represent you, he understand you, the challenges that you face as a community, as a people, because he's one of you? What do you think is the alternative if not one of your own? If not
But
somebody relatable to you, what do you think is the alternative?
but let me ask you this question, Mr. Director, because I think it's important. You the role you occupy, whether you like it or not, are politics. This is all politics, right? And so this is politics, and we have to keep it at that. Do you think Liberians also have the right to vote for who they want to vote for, and say maybe Russell's not the person they want to vote for, whether for personal reasons or for other reasons? Don't you think that's fair also?
So when you see what I'm saying, my question are all rhetorical. I'm saying, don't you think? I'm not saying as executive director, all Liberians must vote for Russell. I'm not saying, I can't tell you, say you must vote for this person. I can't tell you that. I'm projecting to you an image. Don't you think it would be a good thing if this happened? Don't you think it would be so if you follow him, that's what I've been saying. Okay. All right. I'm not saying, look, you must vote for Russell. You don't have an opinion of that. No, I'm just saying, listen, this is the guy. He's lived in his district. He's worked in his district. He's done the job. The record is there. He's one of you. The choice is ultimately yours. Okay? If you choose to, well, it's good. He's not a Liberian. I mean, he's a Liberian. I'm a Liberian. But I can't vote for him. Nobody has the right to force you.
Mm-hmm.
But what we say, take a step back. Would it be a good thing if he, as a Liberian, is a member of the Minnesota legislature? Don't you think it would be a good thing if he representing the district that you have a high concentration of Liberians, don't you think it would be a good thing that your son or daughter could look up tomorrow and say, look, it's possible? You know, I'm just saying it. Okay. And that does not mean that people don't have the personal view and personal, but if you work hard, you done what you need to do, and you say, I want to do this on behalf of my people. Every legislature has his or her constituents. Okay. And at the end of the day, it becomes your choice.
Okay.
Yeah. It becomes your choice. But again, I think if we look at the optics and see it from the bigger picture and the whole context, you ask yourself, what is the alternative? Will it be a good thing? I can't force you, but I want you to take a step back and look at everything in context.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is a good conversation, and I believe, Liberians are listening to us, even those back home that have families and relatives on this end of the world. They are listening to us. Nobody there to ask any question. Okay, Francis, let me get Francis on really quick here. Francis, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
When Russell decided to bring an entire team today on us, what's going on? So heavy weight coming on.
I'm telling you, that's how you do it.
Yeah, but quickly, welcome to the show again. I did ask Mr. Kamara some questions here regarding some of the qualifiers or the qualifications for those who want to vote, because as we all are aware, some of our people might not also be aware of some of this information. They get on my papi then who don't know what's going on. They're not on Facebook, right? But when we hear it, we can go there and interpret and let them know what's going on. So what say you about the requirements to be able to vote?
Well, thank you for that question. And I have gotten that question a lot from potential voters. And I tell people there are just two main requirements. You have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to be in the district for which Winfrey is running. So you have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to live in Brooklyn Park, but specifically District 38A. I know it's hard for a lot of people to figure out if they're in District 38A or not, but I tell people it's 75% of Brooklyn Park that is in that district. So most likely you are in the district if you live in Brooklyn Park. And I tell people, just go to vote. Once you live in Brooklyn Park, go to vote. And 9 out of 10 times you will be in the district. Or once you go to vote, when they give you your ballot, if you're in a district, you will see with her name. I also share a link on our a media page, the WhatsApp page, and I've been sharing it with others. It's a link you can put in your address, and it tell you which district you're in. So I probably can send you that link, and you can put it up on the page, and people can use that link. It's easy. You just type in your district, your address, and if Mike Nelson comes up as your current representative, you know that you are in Winfrey District. I have posted that link on the WhatsApp page and other areas. But I guess it's still difficult for some people. So if you want, I can send you that link as well, and you can put it up, and hopefully it will help some people.
Yes, if you don't mind typing in link. I think we have a private chat here, if you look on your screen, or you can send it to if you're not using a computer, if you can throw in the private chat, I'll just copy and paste it here so that people can have the opportunity to, and we can put on the stream.
Yeah.
All right, great. So I know you've talked about the qualifiers, such as you got to be in the district, you got to be a U.S. citizen, and so forth. But on that day, I want to vote. I can just vote and just go vote. What do I need to do with me now?
Yes, all you need is your ID card. Walk in, and that's it. They ask you for your ID card and they will ask you for your social security. And if let's say you just move or you move a while back, like some of us we move a year in our driver license, still have our old address. So all you need to do, take your driver license with one bill, a bill that has like your electric bill, a phone bill, just a house bill, a bill that comes to the house. So take your driver license or your state ID with that mill that has your current address in Brooklyn Park. You take it there, and that's all you need.
Okay, so you're saying we can either take our driver license or what thing else? If we get driver license and driver license lost,
If you don't have driver license, you have your state ID or you have your passport,
okay,
and then photo ID, and then valid photo ID you can take with you at the place, and you will get registered. Your social security number, you just need to know it. You have a valid ID, valid photo ID, and that's it. It's the
so
make and Minnesota law makes it so easy for you to register and vote in Minnesota. It's not complicated at all.
but for instance, I just graduated high school. I turned 18, and I don't have a driver license yet. I don't have a state ID yet because I'm focused on going to college. I'm in college, and can I use my ID from the school?
Yes, you can go there with your student ID. And another thing I tell people, let's say you don't have an ID. Let's say you don't have an ID at all. You go there with somebody else that have an ID. Somebody else that has an ID. You go there with a mill or just your phone bill or whatever, just one mill, no ID. But you go with somebody who has an ID, and that person can vouch for you that yes, this person lives at this address. This person is who they say they are, and you can get to vote. It's
So
easy.
you saying, let me be
But
clear
you have
because
to be citizen because you know what? Even though your social security number is what tells them, you don't carry anything that tells them you're a citizen, right? But they
right.
have that data, they have that information in the system. So even me, when I went to vote, all I did was took my state ID and I gave my social security number. So it's through your social security number that it validates whether you're a citizen. So for example, you just came from Liberia, you have a social security number, and you think you're gonna just walk in and tell them I'm a citizen. I got my ID that's showing my address and I'm a citizen. Well, believe me, as soon as they put that social security number, they're gonna tell you, sir, you're not a citizen.
Oh, wait on that one. So that level then get wet.
Again, what?
Okay. Well, I
What
don't
they will
want
do,
yeah, because of my men want to try to, but it will not work. But
it will
anyway,
not work.
Milton, do you have any question for members of Russell's team that are here to represent Russell's?
Well, so again, I don't want to say thanks to the team for coming on, even though, like you were saying, our people back home, they are still finding it difficult to understand exactly what's going on because, mind you, they are glued to the video. They want to know as to whether one of their sons or their daughter is, part of the American politics. And so, because every time you come, there will be new listeners. Every time you come on, there will be new people that come on. So sometimes when you come on, little bit explain, oh yeah, one of your sons, even though you are talking to wide range of people around the world, but I think even back home, our people want to feel happy that one of their own or one of their sons will be participating into the American elections. So again, I want to say thank to all of you, and I know that everything that you are saying is 100% true, and that what's going to happen. But I have this a question for all of you. Any of you can answer. What do you is a candidate have any or maybe there's sometime back home time for campaign we can get or say we have the agenda, we have this, we have that. If is a candidate have any agenda, and if so, what are some of the major agenda that or maybe major thing that you want to tell us about? Maybe reuniting, or maybe sometimes people kind of say reuniting, or maybe African reuniting people in the district, this and that. What are some of the potential thing that you think your candidate going to do after taking over or after winning that seat?
Oh, thank you. I can touch a little bit on that, and hopefully, other members of the team will be able to address that as well. As you know, Winfred Russell is running for the people of Brooklyn Park in Minnesota, and he is very concerned about addressing their needs and concerns. Also, he's a community leader, right? So, of course, uniting the people is important. His gender, but first and foremost, what is important is safety and security of the people. One of his priorities, and we have a lot of literature around there that he has a lot of his literature. So all those flyers that we made, that we're passing around to people, it has his priority, his agenda. His priority and agenda is on those flyers. So if you get hold of any of those flyers, you can see what his priority are. But I'm going to explain it. His first priority is safety and security for the people of Brooklyn Park. As you know, crimes went up in a couple recent years. It is coming down right now, but he wants to make sure people feel safe. He wants to make sure he supply and support the police. So when we don't have those police issue again, he wants police to get trained. So when they're responding to people, to calls, they're responding appropriately, especially if they are recalling to people of potential mental health, that he's hoping that they can carry a trained mental health professional with them, so things doesn't get out of hand and accidental shooting goes on. So he really wants to train the police and also protect everybody. Everybody in Brooklyn Park needs a safe environment. The next thing he's prioritizing is housing. Rent is going hard. Housing price is just skyrocketing. People that live in apartment, every year the rent is going up. People are spending almost all their paycheck just paying rent. So he wants to make sure housing, affordable housing is available for people, so people are not just struggling just to pay rent. So that's another thing. The next thing he's prioritizing is K-12 education. I mean, the future is with our kids. If our kids are not educated, they don't have the resources, they are not being educated to that advanced level, they will be left behind. The world is advancing, and other school districts that have those resources where the children are being trained well, they have an advantage over our kids, right? And we cannot get out of poverty, we cannot exceed and advance in this country or in this world if our kids that are going to be adults tomorrow and lead us are not being educated. So K-12 education is so important to him. So he wants to invest and provide those schools with enough resources so they can get qualified teachers and equipment so to help our kids. So those are three of the main things he's running on: safety, housing, and education.
Okay. Thank you so much. Does any one of you have anything else you might want to add to what Florence has said? Francis, I'm sorry.
Sure. I just want to make a last comment. My last comment is going to be Liberia is going to be 177 years old in a few days. This is one of Liberia's brightest child that is trying to represent you in the best economic in the world. So I'm asking my fellow Liberian, fellow residents of Brooklyn Park, that Winfred Russell might not be able to reach you individually, but some of us are by extension Winfred Russell. So if you have any question, you have any concern, you have any suggestion, you have anything that can make this campaign successful, or there's any way you can contribute, please feel free to reach us, call us, text us, stop by my business, and let us know. We really need your support. This is our final call. We have to win this election. We are the best candidate in the race, and we must have representation. We cannot continue to contribute $2 billion to our economy where we are not represented. And there is nobody suited for this position this time than Winfred Russell. So I'll tell you today, when you leave today, please talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends in Brooklyn Park to join on board. Let's get what belongs to us, and that's voting Russell to the state senate.
Thank you so much. So let me ask you guys, just before we maybe depart, or you guys have anything else you want to add onto this conversation. As we speak currently, where are we in terms of winning this election? Because at the end of the day, everything we're saying here has to boil down to winning. You guys want to win. And that's just the truth of the matter. Where are we in terms of confidence of winning? And what do you think needs to be done at this last minute?
Kamati, you want to take that?
So I'm not an official member of the campaign team. I am the community leader in that capacity, but I will support any Liberian in our community that I know that have been doing well. If you'd ask me about Winfred Russell work, I can tell you for the last 20 years, he have done a lot beyond the Liberian community. He has worked in the city of Brooklyn Park for our first-hand experience. Most of the funding that we have from the city of Brooklyn Park, Russell was on the table then as a council member. During the pandemic, when we were able to work with the city of Brooklyn Park for the COVID vaccine, he was part of that. When we have the full distribution where the city of Brooklyn Park was able to help to secure funds for us to distribute culturally sensitive food for our community, the African and BIPOC community. Winfred Russell supported that. When we have the workforce development program where we train CNA and TMA to have scholarship after the pandemic, Winfred Russell supported that. And when it comes to police relationship with the community and supporting the police, Winfred Russell is part of that. Now, beyond that, Winfred Russell is also a founder of one of the founders of the African Career and Educational Resource Center, ASA, and that is today a multi-billion nonprofit entity that have done so many good job in terms of policy and what. And Winfred Russell also went to Liberia during the Ebola crisis, to help his fellow Liberians. He went to Nigeria. He is a shy person. He might not be as open as everybody. We all got different personality. He's an introvert, some extrovert, but that does not take away what he's done as a person. He can be very selfless in his work. He will work behind the scene. There are so many other people that have experienced and come in contact with him that can give testimony of his work. But on the bigger scale and picture, as a Liberian, I am proud. As a Liberian, I can imagine what an opportunity we have imagining a Liberian for the first time in the last 48 years, in fact, since the establishment of this state, to have a Liberian to be a city. Other African immigrant community have crossed that threshold. Okay, whether it's our Somalian brothers and sisters, they crossed that threshold. Whether it's the Hmong community, they crossed that threshold, and so on and so forth. Then I think it will be an opportunity for us to, break that glass ceiling for once. I mean, given the unique relationship with our country and this great United States and the impact that we've had and will continue to have. Again, like I said, as a community servant, I am encouraging everybody, go and vote. Use your right. Use your privilege as an American citizen. If you don't use it, you will lose it. You have to go out there and vote for the person that will protect your interests espouse your dream, propound your desire, and make sure that whatever it takes, vote. If you can't vote, if you can't have, you don't have the means to go to voting, you ask somebody to take you to the voting booth. If you can't actually vote, encourage anybody that you know that can vote to vote. But by voting, you are exercising your right, you are exercising your power, you are making your voice heard, and you are making a decision that can impact you for years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Who else? I think I'm seeing some. Okay. All right. I got the information posted in here. Thank you so much, guys.
Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your house. Before, the only DIY heat pump on the market is the
Anyone else wanted to add anything as we wind down here, or any other information that you might want to provide? I want to post this
Yes.
information here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, other than that, 1 minute. The July 26th is right around the corner. So make sure that you all come to celebrate your Liberian Independence Day. We're having a ball in on Friday the 26th in Moundsville. So that's just information I want to give out to everybody.
And I wanted to add a few things. One, first and foremost, if you're a Liberian out there, or even not a Liberian, whoever's listening to this, but you are a resident of Brooklyn Park and you support Winfrey and you want him to win, the first and foremost thing that you can do for him is to go and vote. If you are an American citizen, please go and vote. We have 3 weeks to this election. This election is the most important election. It's more important than the November election because it decides who goes on to November. So if Winfrey Russell does not win the primary election on August 13, he's not going to be on the ballot in November. He's not going to go forward. That's why this election is so important. So if you support Winfrey, you have to go out and vote. Voting is going on right now. We encourage people to go and vote right now. Don't wait for August 13 because something may happen. You may get a headache. Your child may get sick and you may not be able to vote. And every vote counts. So you have 3 weeks to go out there right at the Brooklyn Park City Hall on 85th Avenue. It's 5200 85th Avenue. Go and vote. Ask somebody, people that you know that has citizen and are able to vote, encourage them. Make sure. I tell people adopt 5 people. Say, okay, around my friends, who are the 5 people that I know can vote that live in Brooklyn Park and that has citizenship? I'm gonna make sure those 5 people are going to vote. I'm going to ensure that it happens. So encourage your friends, encourage your family to go and vote. The other thing that you can do for this campaign is to net. We are really, really in need of money. People may think say it's cheap. We were fortunate to get $3,000 the other day, but that went like the next day was over because by the time we did buy flyers, it was done. We need a lot of advertisement for and mailers. So we buy flyers. You have mailers. Yesterday, Winfrey and I went to the Monk TV station, and you guys gonna see that interview coming up soon. That's expensive. That the Monk TV alone is about $2,000 just to go and because we need every community. Everybody asks, "Are you reaching to every community?" Well, this is how we have to reach to every community. We have to either go and advertise in our community, speak to the community leader, and do things that spread the message. For the Monk people, they have a TV and a radio station because we may not be able to reach all of them by door. And even if we reach them at the door, we don't know how to speak their language, right? So going to them to door knock to them is almost you give them the handout, they don't know what's on the handout, you give them the flyer. But if we reach to that radio station like what we did, but we have to pay. Advertisement radio is not cheap. We had to pay for Winfrey to spend like I think 2 or 3 minutes talking to them, and then they interpret it in Monk, right? That alone costs almost $3,000 to do to pay for the airtime, and then they will run it a couple of times a week. We also want mailer. We want to send things in the mail. Apart from going to knock doors, there are people we cannot reach at the door. So we send out these mails, like letters in the mail, and hoping that people will open it. We talk to them through letter. Right now, we're in need of 5,000 stamps. Each stamp is 68 cents. So I tell people, if you don't have the money to give us, but you say, you know what, I can send you 200 stamps. Postage stamps, that's what I'm talking about. This postage stamp, the stamp you put on a letter to mail, we are in need of 5,000 of those, and they are 68 cents a piece. So if you say, you know what, I don't have money to send them, but I'm going to get 500 stamps and send them, we will really, really appreciate that. So we asking people for donation. We asking people, for donation, not only money, but of goods. Like we want the stamps. That's something you can do. For example, we need flyers. We need more flyers to take the people at the door. You can say, you know what, I don't have money, but I will print out 2,000 flyers for you guys. Send me the information, and I will print the flyers out. There are people that have big, you know, printers that they can do that. Another thing, the mail that we want to put in the mail, the letters that we want to put in the mail, where we're going to put out those stamps, those 5,000 stamps, we need 5,000 letters. If you have a big machine, a printing machine, you say, Noah, just send me the information, I will print out the 5,000 letters for you guys. That's a big help. So yes, that's why I'm asking people to go and vote and to donate to the campaign. We really need that right now.
Okay, well, you're asking people to donate. I have posted the different information that includes the Zelle link. And also, is that the address?
Yes, that's the address. So if they want to send stamps to us, that's the address.
Yes, the address to send stamps. Can they send other, maybe, I don't know, donations or other things that they would like also to that? Okay,
Yes.
some people can send money order and all of that to that information, right?
You can send money order. You can Zelle. The Zelle number is there that you just posted. You can send Zelle. You can send Cash App. You can send checks or money order in the mail. We have all that information. So that's the address for the mail anything. If you want to mail the stamps or the letters, there, that's it. And please put the Cash App number and Zelle. The Cash App and Zelle number is the same number you can use.
Okay. Well, Mr. Kana, welcome to the show. I'm not sure if you have questions or concern for the team here today, because we'll be transitioning very soon. They've been here with us for, I think, over an hour. I'd like to extend my appreciation to them for making time to come and spread this information, because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, like the director said earlier, Razo da Labre, yeah, there's no brutal to all of that. Yeah, we just people. Let me put it that simple way. So any other issue you get with him, we'll talk it after the election, but let's put our own Labre brother there first. Yeah, first. My grandma used to say, your own, your own.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so I don't have much to say. I want to say thank you to the guys, for the beautiful ladies and gentlemen being here to make the case for Mr. Russell. The only case I got now, I heard somebody say they pay $2,000 to people, and I don't know how much they pay SKTV, because radio TV. Is it, how many appearances? How many appearances you have done on SKTV? Pro bono. So what does that market? Wangara and the big man, Mr. Kamate Dia, all of you don't pay SKTV. We're not compete for you. Yeah, you pay more people $2,000.
You know what? There's a difference. There's a difference. You are our own people. The more people don't know for nowhere. They are our own people.
Reach out most of our people. The more our people, the more people. But I understand. I'm just joking. But on a serious note, I like the fact that you guys are actually pushing this thing very, very hard. This is what I like. If you're in something, be in it 100%. Until you fight, until you can't fight anymore. You got to go down swinging or win. So I like the courage, and I hope, you guys will do more appearances, 1 hour, 30 minutes here and there. Every time is good. Every time you come here, you will win some heart and support. So I'm not talking about one guy who can count when you're about to leave. Last time she came, when you were leaving, I thought she came. So, is she going to be coming here every day when you're leaving? I don't even know how she's campaigning. But, you know,
Oh, Teku, you just stop it. You know your man said we got beef. So just stop that. You know you're my regular borner.
I know, no more beef. We good to go.
What about Mr. Kane, we got
They show you that my show.
Of course.
I've been having one or two problems. They show that my show. You know that.
But you don't want to recommend Mr. Russell to me that I should help him.
No, but and they know because I told them, I said that's the only show that I trust. That's the only show I watch. I'm not being biased or whatever it is, and they know that. If you go on other political platform, you will not see me there. I can guarantee you that that's the only show I watch. It's just that the politics took a toll on me, and I think I told you that once. I got a little bit depressed over what happened, but we're getting there little by little.
Of course. No,
and Wilfred brought me back.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And we are just praying and hoping that, we'll win. But we have to put in the work. And our people, they really, really need to, stand up, wake up, and go vote. The good thing is you have early voting, so you don't have to wait the last minute to go vote. So, and I'm happy that you have some community leaders here, So Malik Kamara, he alone can provide maybe 1,000 people to vote.
I can do that.
If the guy didn't do that, I'll be disappointed in him if he doesn't do that, because I know he got the number. The number is there. We got a number in Minnesota. We just have to put in the work. Yeah.
We are doing extremely well.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
just something quick before you go off. One of the things that I just wanted to stress this about what people are saying that, oh, Winfred, don't do this. Winfred can stutter. And people who can stutter, they get ashamed to say, to talk. I've been around Winfred a few times. And I who said that sometimes with Winfred, I like talking, and you know that. But sometimes for you to get Winfred to really come up and open up to you like that, you will see try to the thing what will cost, he can stumble. No, but he can stutter. And people don't know that. They just think this man is just this, how they call it. They put them on something, how they call they put him to a place that they don't eat the kind of standard that they hold Winfred to. They don't hold their politician that they get all the money to. The standard for him is just so biased, But we're continue to talk to our people for them to come out and vote. I never get tired. I'm never going to get tired because I believe in him. I believe that he can do the best and he will be able to deliver. What he has done for the community, he does not do justice for himself because he cannot explain what he does. Then that know it, we that know it will continue to explain it. It's left with us to sit there and let a Kenyan lady come and vote. No grudge against her, but that's our term. If we sit there and let her beat us, then shame on us. That's all I got to say.
Let me just add to that, though. What the sister just said, I'm going to add to the father. Winfred is not a true politician. He's an activist. So if Winfred was doing this for the film, he was doing this for the record, he will have a camera person or PR person behind him recording everything. He's not doing it for that. He's passionate. He's an activist for his people. He wants true change for his people. So Winfred, whether he talks or not, whether he has a camera person or not, we as his foot soldiers, I call it, by extension, I tell people I'm Winfred Russell by extension. I see what this guy does. He doesn't need to advertise himself. The reason why you joined the campaign, Francis joined the campaign, other people joined the campaign, because we want to get the message out that he's not able to get out. Most politicians will have everything recorded because they are not passionate for what they are doing. They want the position. They want to be placed there. Winfred is not doing it for that. That's why it's not recorded. He's doing it from the bottom of his heart. He's a true brother. He's passionate for what he does. He doesn't need to say it. The records are there. We are by extension Winfred Russell. So if he's stomach, Malik Kamara will get the message out there. Wangari will get the message out there. Francis Tyler will get the message out there. We don't need politicians to come and take us for a political ride. We have had that so many years. We are done with that. Yeah. Every community in Minnesota that is doing well, someone sacrificed for it. And maybe, just maybe, when that person was doing the sacrifices, they were not recognized. This is the Wilfred Russell of our time. He's laying that foundation. There was a Somali man that laid a foundation for what the Somalis are enjoying. He's not taking the credit. The Hmong did the same thing. Why are we paying $3,000 to the Hmong community? Because every Hmong turns to one channel to get their news. And we need to get a message out to them. It's costing us $3,000. There's going to be a time when every Liberian will turn to one channel to get their message. And the Hmongs will pay us that.
Thank you.
We got to do the work now. This is the time for Liberian community to do the work. We need leaders. We are disorganized. We are just number without direction. There got to be a Liberian that stands out and say, you know what? I don't want the title. I don't want the crown. I don't want nothing. But I want the next generation of people to be better than we, the first generation, did.
Yes.
Wilfred is carrying the torch for us. We need to stand up and support him.
Yes.
We need to put aside religious difference, tribal differences, political differences. We need to think about our children. Minnesota is better off when our children are better off.
Yes.
None of us are going to be around for the next 50 to 100 years. Our kids are going to be in broken part. We need to do the work. We need to lay the foundation. Wilfred is only a torchbearer. He's not doing it for himself. If he was doing it for himself for the last 20 years, there would be 50 videos of his donation, of his contribution to this community. He hasn't recorded anything. He doesn't go around knocking his chest. We are, by extension, Wilfred Russell, and we need to carry that message to our fellow Liberians, to our fellow residents of Broken Park. And we might not get the credit for it. Wilfred might not get the credit for it. But 20 years, 30 years down the line, when historians look back to what the Liberian community was when Wilfred entered the race and what it will be in the future, they will come to appreciate us. We might not be around, but we'll be appreciated. And to end on this note, if Wilfred doesn't go to your party, don't hold it against him. If he doesn't speak to you, don't hold it against him. But he's doing what is needed so that your children, my children, the other born Liberians in Broken Park has a better future. And that should matter most to us. It should matter to us. It's not the party that matters. It's not political differences. It's not Muslim, Christian that matters. It's not from Nimba County, Bon County that should matter. It's a better community. And we should be proud. When I see Wilfred Russell, I hug him, I tell him thank you. Because I knew when you stand up for those kind of positions, it's coming with a lot of price. There got to be a pioneer. There got to be a Liberian leader. And that is Wilfred Russell. And that's the reason why we appear on this station when you call us to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very, very much. I think you guys have done what you are supposed to do. And I applaud you guys. And I also admonish you to continue doing what you're doing. Like what you just said, you may not see the pay today, or you may not be recognized today, but the future, will tell. But I want to say thank you to all of you. Again, you guys can get back to us at any time if you want to come back to speak to the Liberian people through us. You are more than welcome to reach out to us. We will welcome you as always. Thank you all, and we will see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Steve?
I will pay my dues, so bye-bye.
I forgot that. I don't want to put you on the spotlight, but if you don't pay a due, let me know I will take care of you. Your own brother will take care of you.
Oh no, that one there, I gotta pay my dues. Oh no. I've been having one or two issues. I just came from Nigeria.
Oh, again? You went to Nigeria, then you came back and went to Nigeria again?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I went there for my niece's wedding.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's
I had, but that's okay. We thought I was behind closed, so
I know.
I will pay my dues. Let me go in a place. I will try to pay my dues.
Okay, Wanga, thank you.
Bye.
So, Mabel. Mabel, you carry away by the Minnesota people now.
Yeah, when your people are making some steps or taking maybe some steps out there sometime, It's good. It's good indeed. So I just want to say I want to join the SKTV family or the team and say thanks to the people for the job we have done. You know, Sekou, you got to be brave, strong, and intelligent. That's the way of life. Like I told a friend of mine, I said, those people who becoming lawmaker in Liberia, they're not different from you. It's just about how you connect with your people. It's just about how you communicate with your people. That's just it. So it's not like their blood is different from your blood. So thank to you people actually for bringing that on.
Thank you, Mabel, and we will always do our best to help our Liberian family, regardless. I mean, we all are one people. We don't have to come from the same mother or father. We don't have to come from the same county. We don't have to be of the same religion denomination. It doesn't matter. You know, we all family. We all brothers and sisters. I never had any connection with Mr. Winfrey back in Minnesota. But all the people that you bring in here, the Wanga, the Molly Bechi Kamara, Mr. Kamate Dian, those guys are people that I know, that people that have been known for more than 20 years. I've been in America for more than 20 years. And I used to live in Minnesota when I first came to the United States. So Minnesota is like home to me. You know, everywhere they play, you can go first. That's a place you consider home. I consider Minnesota as home, even though I live in Phoenix now. But I consider Minnesota to be my home because there where everything started, you know, when it comes to me being in the United States. But yes, again, Steve is in the back. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he will come back. And I don't want to jump the gun. He said everything's under consideration. It means that we can talk about anything and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
So I'm not sure where you guys are, or you have any particular conversation going on. But taking Liberia politics into consideration, I personally have some issue, you know, with the way the politics is being played in Liberia. Case in point, the whole idea of people, you know, are happy, jubilating about some audit reports. The whole committee on audit, the whole committee that is auditing, the audit report being presented to, they themselves need to be audited. Whether it's the Senate, whether it's the House of Representatives, the same, you know, situation applies to all of them. I believe the Senate is more corrupt than any other branches in government in Liberia, because they set the tone, they approve, they have the right, they have the power to streamline any budget, to make amendment before approving it. That's why any budget emanating from the executive is called the draft budget. So when something is drafted, it means that it's not complete. That's why it's called draft budget. When it comes from the House of Representatives and the Senate, the legislature as a whole, you call it the final budget. That's the budget right there. So all the stealing they are accusing the executive of doing, they don't can put it in it. Or if they don't put it in it, they can see it. But they will not take it out because they put in their own there too. They just told you the other day, after the 1 second.
So indeed, Truth FM.
It's okay, thank you. So they just told you the other day, I was trying to reach out to get some more closer. They just told you the other day, after the budget was initially submitted to the legislature, the senators, they said they added another 48 million to the budget, saying that they know where the money is and they know they can collect the money. Simply because they want to steal their own too. They saw a lot there for the government. They saw many money, many agencies and ministries getting a lot of different money from everywhere. So they too, they added their own 48 million. And the money we're talking about here, the money is not sitting there in the bank and just go and collect. The taxes that Liberian people are paying, the money that's being collected from the maritime affairs, the money is being collected from the free port, the money is being collected from APRC, from NOCA, from Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Commerce. Even the small money there, your criminal superintendent there and development superintendent there, tax collector can be taken from you in the villages, in the little market. That are money that they're talking about. The money can come from the sky and fall. And if there's a money that comes from outside, that money is not coming for free. They are taking debt that your children are going to be responsible to pay. That the money that they've been squandering, the money that they've been using, they've been eating, all of them. If the legislature wants to be taken seriously, I think they should be calling for the audit of the legislature, 53rd, 54th, and 55th. Merely, if the government of Liberia, whether it's the legislature or the executive, if they are really serious to be taken seriously, in fact, if they decide, so you know what, we don't want to go to the 53rd, since you are auditing the past immediate government, the one that just passed, then go ahead and audit the immediate legislature too. Easy. You don't have to go all the way back now, since you say, Joe Weah did not do his due diligence, and now you have the leverage, you have the opportunity. All you need to do now, go and audit the government across the board. The legislature, since in fact the legislature is the first branch of the government, audit them first, 54th. So let it tell all the $285 million that they squander, let it tell where they put the money. And with that, whether it's Buakai, whether it's Jeremiah Kun, whether it's Fonati Kofa, George Weah, and all the other people there now, that were in power at the time, maybe even not even reach to Buakai, because if you don't go back all the way, you don't have to reach to Buakai. But at least, if you're going to audit George Weah government, or the government honor George Weah, you should audit all three branches. First branch, which is the legislature, is the executive, and the judiciary. Do you know, Mabon, we have record, and we reported it on HKTV.
Mhm.
There was a meeting when judges from all the courts around the country got together. They said they were not getting their pay. They were not getting the benefit. You know what the Chief Justice told them that time? So how can you be a judge and you complain about money business?
Francis
Francis Pongwa.
yeah.
Mr.
Gotcha.
Koko.
Hmm.
So he was telling you, telling the judges, how will you be in a court and then you complaining about money business? It means that you should take bribe.
Mhm.
You can be in court and be broke because it means that you have all the opportunity to steal from the Liberian people. Why should you worry about being broke? That is to say, even the legislature, I mean, even the judicial branch of the government too is corrupt. But the most corrupt of all of them is the legislature. Because why? They're the one get the final saying. They have the right to summon anybody. Because
Because myself, I want to ask you a
yeah, go
question.
ahead. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
because yesterday, if you can still recall, I think there was a little bit maybe some we couldn't get the former lawmaker clearly on the same thing you were saying, where you were talking about they had the power, and you were trying to say something like that as to which power. So it's like something is happening somewhere, Seku, like maybe the executive is overrunning maybe the first and now the third branch of government. I don't know how you will see that, but I think I'm sensing like something like that is happening, and quietly the executive is in that kind of more dictatorship like, because whether you like it or not, like for example, if you Seku, you are appointed as maybe city mayor, and the Senate or the House say, no, this person is not qualified. In fact, Liberia don't want the person, and we can get one example, which of course is Manambra, right? Where the outcry of the people, they said, no, we don't want Manambra, and Manambra said, no, go and act. And she been acting, she was taking salary, and she been working up to the time. So are you sensing something like there's a breach in power? Because yesterday you were talking something like that, but because of the network and we couldn't get everything clear. But are you judging, or maybe are you sensing something like power is overrunning places, or something is not just right?
Okay. To answer your question, it means that people being elected as members of the legislature, first, majority of whom they don't know their functions. Two, they are not going there to make law or to provide oversight. They go there for money. Third, they are all corrupt. So with those three things, you don't expect anything out of them. Otherwise, even when it comes to the budget is submitted to them. They have all the time in the world to go through the budget, to streamline the budget, to add and subtract item by item. Let's say when you go under the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, I carry the budget for the president. They know exactly all the money in there. They know what the monies are there for. When it comes to public works, they know Liberia, we have no rule system. They know the money, the amount that's supposed to go to public works. And they know very well the money that is been allotted or allocated for public works is not enough to do anything. they will go through the education. They know that there's no enough money allotted to the education ministry that will empower and improve the education in the country. But they will not care about that. What they care about, how much is in there for them. You listen to the Speaker of the House the other day, he said, the Senate is well taken care of. And you listen to lawmakers talking about how the executive, the ministers are enjoying, and they carry all the burden. So the system in Liberia, the current system we have right now in Liberia is just unfortunate. Is that everybody fighting over the country resources as elephant meat. Nobody's ready to hold anybody accountable. Let me tell you this, to tell you that this whole idea of legislature, they are just bunch of corrupt-minded people, spineless people in there. I'm not talking about just this one, but it has been like that. Wambodiki was a head of Anti-Corruption Commission. Wambodiki lied to the senator under oath. It's called perjury. What happened? Nothing. Because they were afraid. They don't want to step on the foot of the president. And Joe Weah turned around, appointed Wambodiki again to another integrity institution because of the outcry of the people, the population, including SKTV leading the charge. Just Joe Weah withdrew that name. In other countries, in any serious country, if somebody lied to the legislature under oath, they call them, they charge them, they take action on them. Also, going to Madam Salif. When Madam Salif appointed Mary Brown, who was very rude, very disrespectful to everybody, also corrupt, she was not, the Senate. She was not confirmed by the Senate. And she said she will be acting. She appointed her as acting. But because they were all in bed with the president and they don't know their function, how can somebody be acting perpetually? No one with spine, no one with the intellect
taking pay
to say,
you know
what? How long can this person act? If there's no term of reference or statute of limitation as to how long somebody can act, then somebody should go and alarm and create the need to have some system in place that will not allow people to be acting perpetually. So no, nobody can think like that. Everybody just thinking about what they're getting from their pocket. Liberia is a failed nation. It's going to take courageous people, people with spine, people who are not afraid of being insulted, people who are not afraid of being poor, people who really, really ready to stand up for the people. They will also take a huge courage from the Liberian population themselves to support courageous people who are ready to change Liberia for the better. But Liberia is as is right now. We just, we just let to beat our chest and say we are a sovereign nation. Oh, Liberia is a sovereign nation. Liberia, when it comes to stealing, they say Liberia is a sovereign nation. When other nations and other, international organizations are calling them out or holding them accountable, then they start to talk about Liberia is a sovereign nation. Sovereign nation on paper. But in actuality, we are not a sovereign nation because we don't behave like one. You should be independent in all of your action. You should put the country first as a sovereign nation. So, to cut long matter short, when it comes to Liberia, you don't have to depend on these people called legislature. They are the ones that are destroying Liberia. So I'll take some calls, and you can call. We're not going to take call in Liberia today because I just came. I don't know what happened. Why didn't it happen? And maybe was not ready for that. And maybe probably they will be leaving very soon. But we'll open a line in the diaspora. You can call in and participate. Tell us what's on your mind. And Steve said all things under consideration. It means that everything is on the table. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. And but you can call to interrupt me at any time. If not, I'll continue saying what's on my mind until we can get to the time we're supposed to go, and I will close it. You can call to tell me what's on your mind. You can interrupt me at any time with your call. I think the other line is being routed to Steve. Let me see. I'm not sure Steve is seen on here, but he may not be available. Probably, something. Yeah, but again, like I said, okay, the calls are coming to me. Anyway, so you can call both line 480-862-0783 or 480-401-2081. Let me see here. 480. Why is it not writing? Why? Let me see here. Computer trying to do what in here? 0783 or 480-401-2081. Yeah, you can call either of these numbers, and then we will ring you through. I was a little bit disappointed too. I'm not sure, since I didn't start those show, I was not on the show. It was Maybell's birthday. Maybell's wife's birthday, and their anniversary came. We did not even at least get $5 or $2 or $3 or $10 to them to help them celebrate their birthday. Yeah, Maybell's birthday came, their wedding anniversary. I didn't see any cash app or Zelle to say, they want a just cold water for Maybell and wife to buy something. Unfortunately, I didn't start the show, so I came on the show late. I didn't want to come in and impose myself on the show, but I didn't see anything. That was not cool. Secondly, yesterday was O'Neil Robert's birthday, and we announced it on the show. In fact, we share it way before the show on the page. All of you saw it. The guy is the program manager. Because of him, we're on the show today. And all the time we've been getting, he gave it to us. Nobody had the courage to say, you know what, let's say $5 or $10 or $20 or $100 or $200 to O'Neill to buy some kind of cake, have fun. They call it children or friends. Don't let them go to Hatai or they make them put it to Musu's party or wherever they can go. Or Rosa to go to my little sister Rosa place to go eat some kind of thing at least with friend. It didn't happen. So I expecting you all to do, you say you forgot, okay, it's not late yet. When you're standing for Melbourne, tell me say for Melbourne wife. If you're standing for O'Neill, just put the note there for O'Neill, but it's not late. You can say something, man. It doesn't matter how much you're saying, $5, $10, $2, $100, $200, whatever you say, we appreciate it. But you can't just leave it at that, man. Anyway, let's take the first caller here. We'll be here. No. We say next year. If you take it next year, I will block you. What kind of human being so? Now you will wait for next year. Big boy, you got some hero there, yo. Caller, what is your name and where you calling from?
I'm Gabriel Diane calling from Ohio.
Gabriel, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. You?
I'm okay.
Yeah, Siku, while on my mind, the government is talking about auditing. How can you audit other people when you are said directly stealing?
Yeah, it's tough.
The money they took from NASCO, the money they used for the model road, all the small money Bwaka taking all over. Bwaka say he there for accountability, but the accountability is from 2018. 2018, everybody that was employed, he breaking them down. So is that a system Bwaka trying to set that every government account they should put everybody down from the previous government? Yeah, Bwaka is dividing the country. Yep. He's not a good man. Mostly, if you know the government, mostly is people from Lofa County. If the time Georgia took power, if he was to say, I will take all the early Johnson people from your power, do you know how the country was going to look? Is that how Bwaka want to bring the country, the people together? The man is stealing. His children are stealing. His family people are stealing. He looking at it and saying, you want to audit. Is that how you do your audit? Everything about 2018, those that were employed from 2018, what kind of system is Bwaka putting into place? Or have living men trying to destroy our country? That's terrible. Bwaka need to stop. He don't own Liberia. Liberia belongs to everybody. He need to start with that wicked criminal behavior. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, Melbourne, even though it's late, even though you got to run away, but I wish people Steve reminded the people there about the two things, but somebody just said somebody said something, but they said I'm not calling me. We say for Melbourne wife.
Now what I can be missing you for, my brother? I told you, I said Steve, I'm an animal.
Let me tell you something about Steve. Steve is shy to ask for money. Steve is shy to beg for money. Steve is shy to do anything of those, nature. I'm not sure why, but Mega Traffic when we try to call Joseph Bwaka corrupt.
I said, but the man be careful. Family members. Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, I miss you to make the feed about. In fact, another protest. Let me be frank. Another protest the feed about. And then when I move, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna tell you what my mind about you tomorrow. Why you lost?
Yeah. So the person that sent this money, the person I'm not calling me, and the person sent $50. Yeah, $50. And I still need some people then to support at least $10, that $15 is good. Let's make our people happy. Let's appreciate people for what they do for us. If me, I got money, I will not even ask anybody here. Or we'll do my own thing behind the scene. I can do a lot of things behind the scene without telling you guys. But sometimes we announce our people that are working with us, not just everybody, but people that work with us. If we can celebrate my birthday, we celebrate Steve's and mom's birthday, we celebrate Melbourne's birthday. O'Neill Robert is the program manager for us. So we should celebrate his birthday too. Let's be fair now. And you don't know. Sometimes when Melbourne is missing in action, I got to put pressure on O'Neal. My man, where's Melbourne? Make sure you provide that Melbourne show fee. If not, then send somebody else there. But we got to get somebody right there right now. So like that now, you got to be, supportive, man. Hello, caller. What is your name and where you calling from?
This is Ali Masale calling from Maryland.
Ali Masale, if you don't send Melbourne wife, Melbourne wife anniversary money, eh?
When the anniversary?
It was yesterday. Yeah, nobody said father. I said. So. Yeah. So when you finish, you gotta make sure you do something.
Yes, I drop it out.
All right, my brother. Yeah, but go ahead. How you do, my man?
Alhamdulillah, thank God. Yeah, my man. The problem they hold all day before. You see, just as you always say, this is a complete distraction.
Yeah.
The phone can be in your eye, you telling other people, you telling somebody to clear the phone for their eye. If the only if government came with transparency and accountability, the first thing they want to do was to audit. Well, you can't have seen the millions of dollars because people talking about it, they are coming audit. That whole thing is a complete distraction. What kind of independent day celebration they coming to have when the country is heavily divided? What kind of president we get? Say he came to power. He even said, get time to talk about reconciliation, to unify the country, to pull us together. He even said, get time. You wouldn't with people there on stealing from one ministry to another and listening to them saying the money great to they send the broadcast, they're using it, they will take it for their budget. You see this kind of thing? That how you're coming run the country?
Yeah.
Then you say you're coming to my Independence Day celebration, your first Independence Day celebration as a president. The country is not even set together. See what happened recently? 2-3 weeks ago, President Biden, President Trump, they had a heavy debate. But the moment that incident went on, that attempt on President Trump, that very night, Joe Biden called him to check on him, trying to build up more security around him. Can President Biden do that?
And Ali, to agree with you more, Joe Biden went as far as stopping all the campaign activities and they took down all the advertisement and all the things, things that were up there in the media, on televisions, local television and all major international media. They took down everything just to be in sympathy with Donald Trump as to what happened. Donald Trump is one of the bad person that ever exists because he can talk anything about anybody. He can say anything to hurt anybody, but Joe Biden did that. And
he did that. I was very proud of him.
Yeah. You called him twice.
The president did that. I was so proud. I said, wow. You see, with all the political difference, to show that the people there will finally see that they can do the football, they put America first. You see, for our 79-year-old Pastor Dico, he even said, what I want, but just to divide the country and to be speedy. Let's pray for Liberia, man. But the country, we pray for better Liberia, but honor Joseph Bakai. Let God be with all.
All right, my brother.
On my mind. So, therefore, I come in to say that
if you don't send me one thing, that me will come for you in Maryland.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay. So maybe somebody. I know you guys are gonna be leaving, but somebody else sent $10, and So I said nothing is small. If you send it for O'Neal, just say for O'Neal. You send it for Melbourne, my man. You
But what do you say? What are going on with Melbourne again?
Because so Melbourne birthday, Melbourne wife anniversary, and Melbourne wedding anniversary came. You're on the show. You never even raised $5 for him. Yesterday was O'Neal Roberts' birthday, and you never raised nothing for them. At least tell the people there that they give anything they can get, a $5, a $10. Anyone can qualify, right, Melbourne?
But the Papa or Melbourne want to get a minute to the man I will share. Why, Papa?
Yeah, but you gotta raise the team first, right?
No, I got concerned with it. He always betray the struggle. When you get it, then you bring noise in the
No.
You don't want to say
Aha. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve, maybe see the man running away.
So
Steve,
Steve, please leave our team. Thank you. I'll see you. Continue. No man, Steve.
There's Steve guy here. I don't know your partnership with the guy here. You gotta let it go. The guy is not a good partner. They make him remember. He may say, what's wrong with me boy again? He may say, what's wrong with me boy again? So maybe I say I'm gonna forget about Steve for now. You'll continue what we're doing because Steve is not important right now. Because Steve let people saying people for real. And we don't need that. So my people, those of you that send the $10, the $20, no, it was the $10 and then $50. So we still waiting. We still waiting. At least let's get at least 10 people to donate. If 10 people donate $5, that's plenty of money. You get $10, that's plenty of money. You get $20, that one part, that's plenty of money. If you give $50, we'll take it. Anything you give, at least let's, Melbourne wife knows that Melbourne is working with SKTV. So their anniversary, your day a lot for this wedding. Yeah, you supported him. And Melbourne birthday come, you supported him. How come Melbourne what birthday will come in the anniversary of their wedding, then you don't want to show up? Come on now. Just a little bit. Not a lot of whatever you get. We appreciate it. So going back to Steve, you coming back again.
The thing about it.
The thing about it is when you finish my job, what you eating? Because it look like I can see your mouth looking juicy. Yeah.
No, nothing going on.
You're in the struggle, yes.
Melbourne, nothing going on. Lead that story. Melbourne.
Is that what lead that story?
Melbourne, the thing about Melbourne, when he gets something, then he disappears. And it's probably like that with him. Is he laughing?
That's what you do, eh? But I can see them talking on the phone every night, all the time.
The man that the partner with him. I told him when you get something, don't lose.
You see, Steve want to spoil my Nina to his sister. It's wrong. When you do that, you stop be thinking that. But something drop there, I can go to people stop. Look, Seku is my only Allah. Steve want to model my entire situation, my life, and everything. I don't believe in Steve anymore. In fact, Steve, I'm not getting all the G's. All of the G's from the daddy and all of I don't take everything. Because, no.
I thought you said I'm going to come out to the church. I won't come out to the church now.
The man don't want to be an Allah no more.
So I'm going to come to the church again? I'm going to leave the church.
They may try to convince me now, to be a born again. The one partnership is not correct. Yeah. Maybe me working one behind the scene. Maybe want me to join the partnership so we can be the prayer partners. I was thinking about it. I want to be a born again. So me and Melbourne can be a partner. I can forget what this Steve guy. Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, you're trying to support now.
Starting from Friday, let me tell you now. Thank God you on here because I'm a plan. We're starting from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Me and myself will just be back to back. I will be here because you're my brother Alan now.
Yeah, no problem.
I trust Steve anymore.
Yeah, man.
Steve can do the other work.
No, you can't do your work. And the man, you know what? When your birthday came and passed, I don't know what he did. Yeah. Steve, sometimes I can tell you, Steve, I forgot about the partnership. You see, even the women that used to support, he used to tell the women and say, they're the most beautiful women, and if you forget about them, you can't say no more.
No, I always say it from the beginning of the show. Don't mind me more.
Once in a while, you can be saying it, but if you forget about it no more. The man let down all your partner there. So, Melbourne, going back to the whole Emmanuel. Okay, Emmanuel, that's our Emmanuel from Bon County. Emmanuel, welcome, my brother. Emmanuel is one of the best we have on SKTV. One of very comedian, very down to earth and respectful gentleman. One of the reporters we have in Liberia. Precisely, he's in Bon County. So, before we close, we just hit the 2 hours mark. Let me go back to what I was saying. If Liberia will be okay, we have to stand up. We should not give up, especially when it comes to holding our leaders' feet to the fire. They're like a bunch of turtles. Turtle, put fire behind the butt, it will not move. They are like that. And it's not that they are doing things unknown to themselves. They know exactly what they are doing. They can come into the legislature just to steal. They see it as money-making project. They will invest in the campaign with the hope they will get elected and they will start to exploit the country. And one of the reasons why they are not doing their job in holding the executive accountable is because their purpose of being there is not about holding anybody accountable or lawmaking or oversight. Their purpose is to enrich themselves so they and their family. You see them fighting every day. What is in it for us? Where is our benefit? Where is the way there? Have you seen them at any time fighting that why is it that there's no medication in the hospital and clinics? Have you seen them fighting for that? Have you seen them fighting, oh, my district does not have clinic. My district, we got X, Y, and Z high school that are leaking. Have you seen them fighting for that? Have you seen them fighting to say, okay, the entire Southeast is not accessible for the whole time Liberian be in existence? People spend weeks from in rainy season. They spend weeks from Moswado, from Morovia to Dredu, to Sastai. Joseph Boakai was vice president. Joseph Boakai was minister of agriculture forever. The road network from Morovia, by the time you leave the main road in Bon County, you're going to Lofa now, you're in the mud. Spend days before you can even get to Vonjama. Not to mention Zozo and other little towns and villages in Lofa County. For so many years, Joseph Boakai was president. Joseph Boakai held all the positions. Why is it that Joseph Boakai didn't do anything? Because they don't care about the people. And the people are so dumb, the voters, they are so stupid, they are so into this tribalism and country solidarity. Even those that don't do that are doing nothing for them are the people that they support. Ask yourself, if you're from Lofa, tell me one reason why Joseph Boakai is a king in Lofa County. Tell me one. Joseph Boakai got more loyalty to the town he was born in Sierra Leone more than Liberia. When he got his first government job, the first building he built was in Sierra Leone, where his father from. There's nothing wrong with that, but at least the country that healed you, the country that say you are from there, the country that actually take you as political messiah, the political godfather that country should feel for them a little bit. But during the campaign, Joseph Boakai had to go through Sierra Leone from Foya because there's no road. But then you are voting for the man. Oh, now, most of you tribalists are just supporting Joseph Boakai because you speak the same tribe. And most of you clowns also support Joseph Boakai to be president of Liberia because you're from the same country. Not because Joseph Boakai is doing anything for your country. Because your brain is so infested with tribalism, nepotism, and sectionalism. Liberia will never be developed. Look at Nimba County. People voting for Prince Johnson giving 27 years of their life for free. Prince Johnson has not done anything in Nimba County. Zero. Prince Johnson have done nothing to deserve what he's getting. But because you're a bunch of clowns, absent-minded people, you will just vote for the guy because of tribalism. That's why Liberia will never go anywhere. Tribalism is the one that is killing Liberia. And we're not going anywhere. Sometimes people like to sugarcoat things. People like to, look at things and call it a different name. We call it for what it is. Tribalism, ignorant, is the one that's killing Liberians. And I don't think we'll get out of it right now. You have no reason for doing what you're doing. People ask you the only thing you will do to insult them. Everybody that supported Joseph Boakai and voted for you, ask them, they don't give you any reason. When you ask questions, the only thing they will do, they will insult you. They will insult your man, they will insult your power. If you ask all the people that are voting for Prince Johnson, you ask them, they will not give you anything. They will just insult you. Insult your mind, insult your power. When they finish, they call you, ask you to send them money. Do you know how many of the young people that used to be insulting people for Unity Party are now calling us behind the scene to apologize, asking for some small thing? Hi, manners now okay. Hi, wife coming leaving because he didn't get food to bring to the house. Do you know how many of them? Sometimes we don't expose our private conversation with people, but sometimes it's good to tell them the truth. Some of the people that were close to me and they were behaving funny during the election now, they want to come by apologizing and asking for something. I told them, say, the country is okay now. The country has been rescued. So everything should be fine. Maybe after the rescue mission, when you finish creating all the jobs, all the private sector jobs, all the good thing in Liberia, when you finish putting current everywhere, when you finish fixing all the road, I say the way the yellow machine account, I say some of you should go and start training to be yellow machine operator. 285 yellow machine, the state yellow machine. That one is close to 600 people because each of them carry one, 2 operators. So you go learn how to, operate yellow machine. Yeah. And I can't even say with anger. I can encourage them to go to MVTC or go to any other vocational school where they are teaching people to operate yellow machine. I said the country can be good. Joseph Boakai can open, more Nimba. It can open Putin Mountain. It can open Wologisi Mountain. All the yellow machine there, you know, they're going to spray all over the place. You're coming to start mining. You're coming to start drilling oil. The country coming be fine, and all the investors there. Since Joe Baga took over, we already got 1 million investors in the country. Employment, yummy here. Money waste everywhere. Rice price is down. Gas price is down. The country is okay. Somebody send money. Well, I don't know that account we send money to them. I don't know what happened to that. But man, what kind of number you call? The kind of number you send the money to? I said somebody said master $20, but send it to the wrong number though. I got a message. Yeah. So the people, they're enjoying the country already. The country is so good right now. Everybody enjoying. And the rescue children are enjoying more than everybody. You heard the lawmaker yesterday. More Ali that used to have his car in the garage that could not afford to pay for the mechanic. You see More Ali driving $100,000 car, according to that lawmaker, the former lawmaker yesterday. Yeah. And I'm really happy for him. That's what Labrador is all about. He can support any dumb person, or he can support any sick person, any brain-led person, just support. Once that person is elected, you have the right to do whatever you want to do. So Liberia is what it is. The country is very good right now. Everybody enjoying. The rescue mission is working very hard. Joseph Boakai rescued the country, and everybody enjoying. The machine incoming. He coming bring, millions of, other machine too for tailor. The tailor then coming start enjoying. And the taxi driver then Joseph Boakai coming get all of your one card, for work and pay. So you can be working for yourself. And the motorboat part, you're going to be getting it free. But Joseph Boakai got some Chinese friend and too. Long time Chinese friend, and they come waste motorboat on you. You'll be getting it for free. Can we move to Labrador, sir? Mr. Gerald Cummings, the pastor, how you doing, sir? So when we're going back to Johnson Street, man, because the country is free now. Because we are like driving Magbana, with the buses there. They say I'm gonna go by, so they will give me maybe 10 buses because everything can be wasting, bro.
The day you return to Monrovia, we have the Transport Union office, the Pearl River. We have the Cotton Tree 15 gate, and we have one on the Benson Street area.
let me tell you something before you give your opinion. When I went to Labrador in 2005, it was a campaign period. So when I got to Johnson Street, man, where those guys should be cutting the rubber near Fanta, Kobosha there.
Yeah.
The people that put me up, my feet never touched the ground all the way to the union office. Same thing to red light. So people started crying, oh, Paraka, they were. I will go back. They said, we need you here. You need you here because while we're there, we forced the transport union to give break to the car body that are not working and the jobless drivers that were not working. Every 5 p.m., I was used to, tell them they will assign themselves and collect the transport union fee that will go to the transport union to go to the driver. And after the collection, I share the money with them. So they will take it to their family. So when I left, they were not getting that. So when I went back there now, oh, Jesus, when you come by, I said, okay, I'll come. Yeah, but brother, how you doing, man?
I'm okay, man. So cool. You know, I always call once in a while. Not that I don't listen. I watch the program and I listen. Keep up the good work. You know, Sekou, sometimes people jump into advocacy for the right reason. Some based upon their political affiliation. Some because of their level of patriotism for the country. But every time I look at Liberia, you go back to the days of Amos Sawyer, David Pamapo, Rusano Perry, when Liberia was just from, the government was just from Pearl River to Cotton Tree to 15 Gate. But we still could eat. You could buy a $5 donor or $2 donor and drink maybe a ginger or a sour milk, and you'll be okay and can afford a bag of rice. But then when you look at a country where it's not from Pearl River to 15 Gate or Cotton Tree, you got all these sectors open, but then you see the level of poverty. Sometimes it hurt my head if I look back and listen to some things, some days. There was an article Steve picked up the other day about the Liberian Council of Churches. But I want to go further with what Steve said. A few years ago, the bishop of the Bethel Church said the church failed. Most of the preachers here in the diaspora never caught that up, never said anything. But I remember I said something and they called me a political pastor. All my years in the media, the first time, 14 years, the first time the church ever spoke to say anything concrete was just the other day. Sekou, you went on the air for many years. You work and live in Liberia. The church is supposed to be the conscience of the society. When I was in the media, the late Sheikh Kafuma Kone and other Islamic leaders spoke to the ills in society, including that of Bishop Marco Bakler Francis. I'll take you back a little bit. When UNIMBO opened the Pearl River, I was among the first group of people that went down there. The late Sheikh Kafuma Kone, the late Bishop Marco Bakler Francis, and the late Speaker Hill, and a few other people were the people that went to negotiate. And you know what across those days? There was a guy called Prince Eo. A human intestine was run from one end of the checkpoint.
Prince, you talking about Prince Eo?
Yeah.
I know him. I knew him.
He was the commander the day we went over there.
Yeah.
I see this
He was one of the able lieutenant of Roosevelt Johnson.
Yes.
I know.
One thing that's why I like to talk to you sometimes, because you live the situation, you know the story.
Yeah.
As compared to people who can just fabricate some stories. But I say this to say 6 years ago, Sekou, 6 years ago, auditors died. 3 young men went missing. So many things happened. Okay, prior to this gone 6 years. But the church was never vocal. I'm not saying they're not wrong for saying Joseph Barker and his people that they should audit them for the $22 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you become spineless and will only sit and see a particular scenario and run with it and don't speak, then I question your existence. And don't think it's only the church, the pastors in Liberia. 6 years ago, Sekou, you've been running a talk show here in America. You've been on the list there. We all used to go over there. I don't want to call my mafia name for you to know. But I've never seen one article written by group of Liberian pastors here in the diaspora calling for justice and transparency on issues of national concern. But when they get ready, they throw jabs to the pastors on the ground. Oh, the pastors on the ground. But the group here had never one day stood together and said, we'll write this or we'll say this. The question is, where are we heading to?
Yeah.
Where are we heading to? When you have lawmakers who, some of us, whether imam or pastor, those lawmakers by constitutional provision, they represent us. We are part of their constituent or their constituency. But what do they say to us? They ride cars, expensive cars.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, when Broadway from England came to Liberia to do an investment through the former Lands and Mine Minister, Jonathan Mason, all of our lawmakers bought a four-wheel pickup with huge sum of money. When they were quizzed by us, they said they were using the pickups because we just came from war to go to the interest. So simple, we're just seeing a real orange repeatedly. I don't care who are going to win the election, my brother. We're going to see the same ball game. Honestly speaking, nothing has changed, and I don't think anybody can change anything. It's going to take a new breed of people who are courageous and fearless. And the only way we can have a better Liberia, because the last time I checked 6 years ago, we saw the same game being played in a political party. It's just so sad that when Steve gave me the invitation to take chairmanability off, I didn't see that invitation. On that day, we're just going to dance, and you're going to cut the show off. It hyped, but we still see the same old thing. So you look at the audit now. Let's go back to, I guess you remember the ECOWAS audit report that implicated a lot of people who became one of the major victims, Chairman Brian. Brian was the major victim. Snow and other people walk away.
Yeah.
Today they are the darling boys in our country. Sekou, keep up a good job, man.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll find somebody good. We can move the council union with Fall River.
You know what? The day somebody will come to Liberia, I will let to be the transport minister. Me, I don't want any kind of position just to fix the system. Because you know what? When I work here in corporate America as a operation manager for transport company, and I had some meetings, I'll look at the system. I was like, wow, our country will be behind. You just need a system. You don't need anybody. You don't need anything. You just have a system. Everything else will work.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying, Sekou. Every time I come, I talk about the system. Sometimes mom would say, oh, my big brother, you always talk about the system. Look, it's easy to change the system. It's very easy. Very, very easy. Maybe we need, duty was rough. Yeah, we need that kind of duty approach in some sectors in our country.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, you need that duty approach in our different sectors. That's the only way you can experience the change you need. If not, once you are not a fraternity member, or you're not somebody can go to turn the table, Sekou, the guys look in your eyes and tell you it's raining on you. You either thinking or you out. That's why people who find themselves out of government, when they get in the government, they ride expensive cars. Nothing come out of it.
Yep, my brother, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Entric. Hold on 1 second, okay? We have Yacindi on the line, then from there we'll go to Entric. Yacindi, Martin, Kenneth. I got to all the need it because how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for your voice today, and thank you for being forceful. We talk about system, right? People build the system. People manage the system. When you put in a system is what you get. Okay. But the people at the top, they have to be intentional, making sure that the system works and flow the way it's supposed to, and people are held accountable. You saw yesterday a U.S. lawmaker was convicted of fraud and going to jail. You seen today the Chinese exile who is here, multi-billionaire, is convicted and went to jail for a lifetime today because the system will hold people. You see how we're going back and forth? Donald Trump is one of the most powerful men ever walk in the world because he has been the United States president. You saw how he answered to the court system. He must go to court. He don't go when they say when he decide he should go. Okay? You see the multi-millionaire R. Kelly went to jail, although he postponed it and paid a lot of money. In the end, he had to serve his time. All right? The whole system, I love the show from yesterday. I think I told you. That guy spoke. I'm glad. I hope he comes back because we need to learn more. Both the legislature and the executive, in fact, Liberian structure of government, the executive has an imperial power. That executive appoint about 5,000 people. Okay, they appoint 500 head of local government and all the different facets. No government. United States with over 330 million people, with over $24 trillion in budget, only appoint 4,000 people. I said 50 states. Okay, 50 states. You can go out and verify which one mistake and which one make just or providence. But that's what it is. All right? With that kind of money, they only have the power to appoint 4,000 people. A little country with less than $1 billion budget. And you know, when people come also and they say, oh, nothing will not change. We have more, we have people in the race. We have Chairman Koklo. We have Alexander Cummings. This election was not going to be between Pape Puaka and George Weah. Okay, we didn't want George Weah. Why would we bring these people back? Remember when they bought, where is the board? Ali said there would be no middle ground. It's either them
or nobody. Or we stay.
Yes, that's what he said. Because they knew what was at stake for them. That was the last of it for them. That was the end of it for them. It was a means to an end for all of them. And that's what they see. And that's what the difference between some of us, like you and myself, we can live anywhere. We can compete in a competitive environment. We can go and work straight and live within our means. So I want to say this, thank you. Continue to stand up. Continue to speak up. All right? Liberia will rise again. You know what? America had a day just like Liberia is experiencing. It took one person. It took one man. So I'm going to be short. I think I've done. I just wanted to add my voice to that and tell you that Liberian people have the opportunity. It's a democracy. It's a we the people. When the people stand up and start thinking about their job and start thinking through coffee to drink water, and the young children, they worship from office to office, just lying. It's agitating. And say, I'm going to say, so just start calling me 12 o'clock in the morning. Some of y'all were talking to you to get out. Y'all say we won't pay you before you can get out. Y'all thought you were doing some of us a favor. I'm laying down in my bed. I'm going to go work. I'm going to get paid. Every month, the last day of the month, is on the weekend, I'll get paid on that Friday. And I don't know who my HR manager is. I don't know who pay me. My pay comes straight from the company into my account. I don't discuss it with nobody. That's how it is. I don't have to beg. I don't have to come on Facebook to explain to people. In fact, I even got raised, which I don't know because I see it in the newspaper. That's the way it works. That's how system works. Because the people up are doing their job, and the people don't do their job. That's how you build a nation. Thank you, Sekou. I'm out.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, so before I go to Entric here, Entric Diallo, before I go to Entric, I just wanted to update Brother Masalevu said he was going to send his contribution. He sent $20. We appreciate it, Masale. I'm announcing it because he himself said it publicly he was going to, support. So I want to say thank you to him. Yeah, so those of you, if he makes it, in case he makes what we're talking about here, day before yesterday was Mayborn and his wife anniversary, and it was his birthday. Our guys, we didn't even collect at least $1 or $2 just to appreciate them. And also yesterday was also the birthday of our program manager at Truth FM, O'Neil Robert. I think most of you saw it on SKTV. And we didn't even collect $5 to say, man, thank you for all you do. So that's why we asked anybody got $10. Somebody sent $10 already. And somebody not saying $50, and I just got $20. But for any of them, whether for Mayborn and his wife anniversary and the birthday, or it's for appreciating O'Neil Robert on his birthday, whatever you get, $5, $10, $20, we appreciate it. Until you say don't call my name, I'll call your name and tell you thank you. Hendrik. Hello.
Hello, Seiko, good evening.
How are you?
Good evening to the Liberian people. The reason why I'm calling on your show today, I didn't hear you mention about what happened today. So, but I really want to talk about something because I saw a video all around this afternoon when Joseph Boakai went to the JFK to do a donation. It's really sad. It's really sad that a sitting president of a country will go to another hospital, not talking about private hospital, but hospital owned by the government, and say he's doing donation. What kind of sense is that? What kind of advisor do you have? A whole president? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? You just need to resign now, Joseph Boakai. Resign.
Don't call our president stupid. Don't call your president stupid. The man you support her. Don't call the man stupid.
The man, I say, let the man resign and become an opposition leader. Because the what you're doing now, you just tell the world that you are incompetent and you don't deserve.
So hold on. So Joseph Boakai went and donated. Hold on. Joseph Boakai went and donated to the government hospital.
Yes, JFK.
Because the kind of country we have, other people are going to be happy. Other people now, someone so-called educated people now going to be telling you, say you should be grateful to the president.
Thank you, Mr. President. What the hell wrong with you? Are you stupid?
Just like I made money.
What is that?
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing. They just take the, I heard this boy where it me. I can say my big brother George Lobo. George Lobo, I watched your live yesterday and it was so stupid. That's why I told you one time, I thought you were wise. But you are just a stupid man.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
Don't do that.
You know what
You can go ahead and page you can go ahead and page and cost him up. But I don't want you to do it here.
The man was on his live talking about Unity Party is a propaganda machine. Do you know who made the Unity Party to come alive? We were the one who made Unity Party to come alive, and another credit go to Henry Costa. It is Henry Costa that raised that party. You ain't know no damn propaganda. You don't know how to run propaganda. The only thing you know how to do is corruption and steal. And that's why you people have done. Can you run propaganda against? You able to stand against us if we who brought you to power, if we reunite ourselves and come back together strong? Can Unity Party stand us? If we're ready to go against the government, the kind of corruption that your church carry up, we haven't reached 1 year yet. Can you stand us? And especially where Henry Costa is no more on you people's side, and he's no more on the airways. It was Henry Costa and us who gave life.
Don't be too tough for yourself. Don't be too sure about Henry Costa.
No, but I'm telling
we get Henry Costa now. Anybody side, Henry Costa can go on anybody's side. So don't be too sure of that.
I'm saying that it was Henry Costa and us because at the time we were
Aaron Costa is one of the rescue nephew. So
Yeah,
don't be too sure. Don't be too sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, talk for yourself.
Yeah, I'm only talking for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only talking for myself. I'm not talking about Aaron Costa because Aaron Costa on par any money can hold. So I'm talking about myself. You laughing? And let me go back to my topic.
Okay, go back to your topic.
I'm only telling
We're about to go now.
The president and his so-called rescue team, you guys are embarrassing yourself and you are embarrassing the country at the same time. Because anything you do over there, our international partners are on ground. They see it. The media carry it. It's so stupid for a whole president to say he's donating bucket to Baby Ma. And he is the president that can just do a letter and say, oh, I'm allocating so amount. The 80 million that the government is asking the legislature to put in the budget for the so-called yellow machine. Do you know what that 80 million can do for all the hospitals across the country?
Yeah.
Then you go say you're donating. It's because you people are stealing and you want to blindfold the people of Liberia.
Yeah.
We cannot accept it. We're going to speak against this thing. One of me, I supported you. I supported President Bwaka because I felt that between bad or evil, he was better than George Weah. But all you people are the same old shit.
Don't say that on the show.
I'm sorry for my language.
It's okay now.
They are so evil
I can tell.
to themselves and the people. You think you're doing it to the Liberian people, you will not be in power forever. And that JFK hospital that you refuse to make better when you get sick, that the first person will want to carry you.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, and if it is not okay, you will end up being a victim of that hospital. I'm telling you, Sekou. That's the reality.
The next thing Joe Baka will do, you will donate to the executive mansion. Then you will donate to. You will be donating to donate. You will get donation on you will get tired receiving donation. Imagine Donald Trump voice. We will donate until we can't donate anymore. All right, well, my sister, thank you. Thank you so much. Joke on my man. Then not everybody can say you can't lie anything, all the kind of things that we said. The lady who talking here, my sister. Towards the end of the campaign last year, she called me. She must say we talk privately when she ready to mail, when she was getting ready to make her decision to support Joseph Jima Pwaga in the Unity Party. She knows exactly what I told her, and I know exactly what she told me. But yeah, she never listened, so she went there. Now she's the one now calling them all kinds of names in the book, so it's okay. So yeah, Joseph Pwaga will donate and donate and donate. The next donation is going to go to the churches. After that, we'll go to the mosque, all the mosques. From there, we start to donate to all the counties. All the having your tutu machine will give your tutu machine operator. From there, we'll come in greater all your role everywhere. Then from there, we start to donate to do the children. Now donation. They too, they're from Liberia. Then we start donating to Dawa Dillon and Yombly, clean it in there. So start to Labra for you. Sometimes, you can see me laughing. It's not that I just want to laugh. I can just think of the way our people process things. I can also be like these people. How they say Joe Baga does anything, Joe Baga does anything, push you, say thank you. Joe Baga, thank you for donating to your government. For your government donating to the government. Thank you, Papa. Thank you. We are rescued, and our brother is moving forward. Our brother is so sweet right now. Electricity, 24-hour electricity everywhere. Pipe drinking water everywhere. Nobody eating boni anymore. Nobody even eating buka. So salmon fish and kuku fish there in the market right now, very cheap. Everybody can get it. No more chicken feet. So people and cow feet. Amen. Now, right now, the rescue people, they finish rescue. Yeah. All the taxi driver, they all let me get one taxi for free because your guy donating. Have free money. You come in buy all the taxi driver, they can get one. The buy all the people that go to the farm in the villages, they all they can get one motorbike, maybe bicycle for free. A donation. Your guy can get $30 million donation for free. How can your guy can donate to other people too? The way he now start donating to the hospital now, he'll be donating to government school and too. Let me keep donating to all the government clinics. We want that. Thank you, Papa Joseph Boagai. May God strengthen your left hand and your left foot that you're dragging out, praying that everything will be okay. Keep church, you can keep donating to us. Keep donating, Papa. Joseph Boagai will pray for you. We pray. Your left hand will be straight, so you can be keeping it in your pocket. Your left foot that you're dragging little by little can be straightened, so you can start jogging the way you're jogging from Jackie Colva. You can say, "Papi, that crook." You can say, "Hey, Papi, that." Say, "Papi." When Joseph Boagai was Jackie asked him whether he fit, the Papi just start running. He's running from Jackie Colva. I want Jackie Colva getting fed because Papi fool. Papi fui. So the Papi now he donating because the donation from donation. You feel me? The way the Papi got donation from the Chinese people and the South African people, then he too got to donate to their own government. The children will soon start donating. They come and donate to all the government schools. They come and donate to all the government clinics. They come and start donating to all the ministry. Yeah, your watch. Before you load, you're not going to be donating generator because, oh, I forgot that. Not generator because they already get 24-hour electricity everywhere in Labrador. Come and start giving all your cell phone so they can be calling SKTV to call us. Joe Baga donate cell phone to at least all your rescue children, especially the small Salamas one. Give all them cell phone, free cell phone donation, so they can call SKTV and call us. The show video, my people, are you here appreciating the president? The president. Are you here appreciating the president? The president donating to everybody. Donate. Yeah, donation pro match. Yeah, that one, donation, see donation hard. Can you imagine how stupid some of these people can be? Thank you, Joseph Boagai, for stealing from you and give you $5. Stealing $1 million from you and give you $5. Say, yeah, thank you, Papa. The man come and pee on your head and tell you it's raining. Then you open your mouth, start drinking the man pee. Say, thank you. I was thirsty. What a bunch of fools. I'll see you tomorrow. Liberia, we have a long way to go. But we will still be here. We'll do our best. Well, thank you.